tell you, if I get 10 questions, 9 of them are about chicken wings this time of year, all right? Chicken wings, chicken wings, chicken wings. And I'm not talking boneless wings, no such thing, all right? The real deal here. And yet, whenever I do a chicken wing, or whenever we talk about it, I'm either right or I'm wrong, right? Frank's, Texas Pete, which one? You know, that Texas Pete is not from Texas.
Is one wrong?
Well, I mean, it's like St. Louis style ribs or baby back. You know, one or the other. No matter what you do, you're wrong, right? Do you do them tender? I'm getting off track. What I want to say here is I'm going for the win-win or the lose-lose, but we all win when the chicken wings. I'm talking 50-50. All right. So welcome to Frank's Red Hot Texas Pete 50-50 wings. Let's get into it. Now, if you've seen my chicken wing videos in the past, you know I like to do the king wing, which is just this huge drumette, wingette, and sometimes the tip left on there, sometimes not, but I do love the surface area here and crisping that up. For this application, we're gonna separate the drumette from the wingette, and then we're gonna score deep. So I do love the king wing when they're all put together, you know, but by finding that joint, doing a little knife work, or let's be honest, you can go to the grocery store and find just the wings or just the drums. I like to get in there, slice it up. It just makes me feel like I'm doing a little bit more on such a simple cook. It's nice to have something to do to kind of lend value and get in there while the grill's getting hot. So next, I'm not sure if a lot of you have seen this method. Sometimes I like to run my knife across the wings and scruff, all right? That's gonna allow us to break into that skin, a little more rendering process to occur, and when you sauce it, it's created more surface area for caramelization and more surface area for that 50-50 sauce to stick. Fire is almost there. We've got nice scored chicken wings here. Now let's grab a lid of our Lane's Barbecue Sweet Heat. I find that the caramelization properties of that sweet give us a really nice bark. And we need that, right? We just scored it. We're gonna get some good rendering, but a little help on that caramelization front is gonna give it a tremendous mouthfeel. Let's go ahead and hit them. Now, while our chicken wings are seasoned and fabricated, our grill still has about 5 minutes to come to temperature. Let's go ahead and make our 50-50. Now I can imagine, you can imagine what the ratio is or what the recipe is. Okay, equal parts is all we're looking for. Use a measuring cup if you like. Guys, it's just chicken wings. It's just chicken wings, 50-50 chicken wings. Glove changes do not make the most exciting television, all right? I would never say you're wasting my time, so stop wasting your and I's time in the comment section. You see this stuff? They're like, oh, he didn't change his gloves. Listen, we go through freaking 2 boxes of these and 13 videos in a day. So if you're gonna put a comment down there, he didn't change his gloves when he touched the chicken. Yeah, I changed my freaking glove. Remember, we're gunning for that 325 indirect, so we're gonna install our slow roller. Now, if you're doing this on a ceramic Kamado Joe, now's the time where you'd insert the half moon deflector shields or your slow roller. Put your grill grates on at the highest setting, so we're making indirect grill. And we're going on with our wingos. I like to go presentation side down first, and I like to stack them around the edges. I find that it gets a little bit more caramelization over here than just the center. And remember, when you're dealing with stabilizing temperatures on any Kamado Joe, think of the draft door on the bottom as large temperature changes and the control tower on top as small temperature changes. So as we're approaching that 325, not when we get there, but as we're approaching it, we start dampening down our airflow, thus slowing down the rise of temperature. All right, it's been 45 minutes at 325 degrees. Let's go ahead and lift that dome open. And if the wings will allow you to flip, if they're stuck, don't flip them yet. Give them a little bit more time. But we want to see that beautiful rendering of the skin, all those score marks exacerbated a little bit, so it's opening up a little bit. We're getting big, bold flavors. Once we've flipped those wings, let's go ahead and stick that sauce on there. Now all that dripping from the skin is going to season the sauce. So we're gonna have a slightly smoky flavor to that 50-50 sauce that's just gonna make this whole dish. All right, team, it's 50-50 time. Let's take a look at that sauce. It's been on there for about 10 minutes. Come on in. Notice we're still sitting at that 325, right where we wanna be. Wings are looking great. Look at that sizzle right there.
Smell amazing.
That score, that scruffing on the wings. I don't think enough people do that. It just is so cool. It creates those nooks and crannies, avenues for that sauce to adhere. And look, our butter's melted in the center. We just got to give it a little bit of a swirl. And I'll tell you, that 50-50 is smelling amazing. So good, in fact, that people just start mowing their lawn.
It's the best of both worlds.
Yes, it calls to everyone, right? So we'll put a little bit in here. Yeah, if you want to, you could put a little, this is gonna sound weird, you could put just a dab of fish sauce in there and a little bit of honey. I know you're thinking, fish sauce, he's crazy. Just a little bit of fish sauce would take this over the top. I'm not gonna put that in this recipe, but I would do that if it were just for me. So we've got a nice bit of sauce here. And remember too, you want chicken wings to come to an internal temperature of 170, 175. We always think 165 for chicken. That's not far enough for the dark meat. So some of these larger pieces, oh my gosh, look at that. Some of these larger drums might not be to that 170, 175 mark yet, but they are feeling nice and tender. And I would suggest that that scoring actually helped them come to temperature faster. But look at just how beautiful these wings are. And again, if they stick, they're not quite ready to come off the grill grate. Don't rush them. But that's a thing of beauty.
Dang.
Look at that. Oh, jeez. All right.
Getting excited?
Yeah, I'm getting excited. Don't put the sauce on until right before you're ready to serve, because we do want to keep some of that crisp on there. Boom, boom, boom. Pair of tongs here. Nice and gentle. 50-50 sauce. I tell you, this is the next big thing. This is the next big thing. All right, let's come on over to the presentation plate.
You think it'll change any minds?
Yeah, you know what? I mean, if one isn't good enough for you and you're not sure about them, use them both.
Oh, it smells so amazing.
Yeah. And look how cool that score mark is. I think that scruff mark is going to get picked up. I think a lot of people are going to start doing that as well. It does just make for a better wing. Oh, look at that.
Dang.
And again, that scruff mark, just bringing it home. Let's give it a go. That's a fantastic wing. I mean, that is anchor bar quality right there all day long. You know it's good when the bone just wants to do that, you know. Then you get that great bite. Usually I'm a closet eater, but I couldn't help it with that one. You know, that is a great, here comes that tang from the Franks. There comes that heat from the Texas Pete. The butter smooths everything out. I'm getting a little smoke from that dripping and smoke from the chicken wing. That's the ultimate wing. That is the ultimate wing. I know what I'm doing for a big holiday weekend. So, folks, for more recipes, tips, and techniques, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification button. Please do leave us a comment. From our backyard to yours, cheers and happy grilling.